Hello guys, and today I'm bringing you another deck in my quest doing every deck list in our video. And if you'd like to keep up to date with that, then please subscribe. You know, your support is appreciated and it keeps me going knowing that I'm actually helping people with building deck lists and people are actually taking inspiration from my decks. And I'd also like you to comment on like tips and tricks and other cards that you'd like to see in this deck and cards you recommend to put in this deck, because you know I like having people have input on my decks and also giving me feedback. And if you do that, then thank you. I will respond to the comments because you can look at my other videos, I respond to all comments. And thank you again. But anyway, actually getting onto the deck list now. We've got 3 Mystical Shrine Ball because it can easily be brought out with Venus. Then you can obviously overlay for useful monsters, and also just bring out more monsters like either Tribute or whatnot, or Synchro with, depending on what you do. It's just an easy special summon, but they're a bit dead if you draw them, unfortunately. Then we've got 2 Archlord Christia, which is if you have exactly 4 fairy type monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. When you do, target 1 fairy type monster in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. Neither player can special summon monsters. If this fairy type card will be sent from the field to the graveyard, it returns to the top of your deck instead. Which is good. It's like really good for bringing itself out, really. And this deck is really good at controlling the amount of fairies in your graveyard, because if you have too many, you can always just remove them, or if you have too little, you can synchro summon and put them in there. And also if you have too many, you can just call them back, summon Archlord Christia, then synchro summon and whatnot. Depends what you want to do, because Master Hyperion removes, so you can just reduce the amount you have in your graveyard at any one point. They've got 3 Master Hyperion, which is you can special summon this card from your hand by removing from play 1 that agent monster in your hand, field or graveyard, which is good. Obviously again for regulating the graveyard, and it's an easy special summon as well straight from your hand. And once per turn, you can remove from play 1 light fairy type monster from your graveyard to select 1 card in the field and destroy it, which is good for regulating the graveyard again. And also you get a destruction or a destroy out of it, depending on how you want to say it. But also, if the Sanctuary in the Sky is first on the field, you can activate this effect up to twice per turn, which is good because the Sanctuary in the Sky is a really good card. So you can just destroy up to 2 cards per turn, which can either be pesky monsters or spine trap cards that you don't know what they are, and then they could prove troublesome for you later on when you want to attack. Then we've got 3 Agent of Entropy Uranus. Loads of people don't run this, but I actually like it, and I'm running it a little bit different because people run it with like tour guides and stuff, but tour guides now have been hit and you just can't do it anymore. So, and with like other cards in it, I suppose you could factor in some like the Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning. Is it? Yeah, it is. That's the one, because the other one is just Blackluster Soldier. And also you can put in Chaos Sorcerer and whatever, like the Twilight cards. You know what I'm on about, yeah. So anyway, the Agent of Entropy Uranus is if Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, which it should be, you can special summon this card from your hand easily enough. So it's like a Cyber Dragon-ish with Sanctuary on the Sky on the field. And it's good for like a level 7 synchro summon with the level 2 tuner, or just having a beater on the field, or an XYZ summon if you have 2 of them on the field, I guess. And once per turn, you can send 1 the agent monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, this card's level becomes the level of the monster sent to the graveyard by this effect, which is good for regulating the graveyard. Again, if you have 2 little cards in your graveyard to bring out Archlord Christia, then you just use Entropy's effect, and then it becomes that level, which can change what, like it doesn't limit you to what level synchro you want to bring out, or it can mean you can bring out an XYZ, which is why it's a good card, and I don't understand why people don't use it. Then we've got 2 Zeraldas, Herald of Heaven, and you can discard this card to the graveyard to add 1 Sanctuary in the Sky from your deck to your hand, which is good for searching. It's also a level 4 fairy type monster for Archlord Christia, and also it's 2100 attack, which is good. And unfortunately it gets destroyed if Sanctuary in the Sky isn't on the field, but you should have it on the field like I was saying before. Then we've got Double Nova Summoner. It's a searcher. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to a graveyard, you can special summon level 4. Level 4? Why did I say level 4? I don't know. Words are coming into my mouth. You can special summon 1 light fairy type monster with 1,500 less attack from your deck, which is not even Venus. It's just this one. It's just this tuner. It brings out this tuner, which is good. The tuner's the tuner, and it also can bring out Mystical Shrine Ball if you don't want to pay the 500, or you just bring out afterwards. And it can also bring out another Nova Summoner. And if the Sanctuary in the Sky is faced on the field, you can special summon Air Knight Parsaf instead, but I don't put Air Knight Parsaf in this deck. Then we've got 2 Honest, which is during your main phase, you can return this face-up card from your field to the hand. During either player's damage step, when a light monster you control battles, you can send this card from your hands to the graveyard. That monster gains attack equals to the attack of the opponent's monster that is battling until the end of the turn, which is good for defense really. And now it's up to 2, it's just an increased bonus. It's just extra protection. Then we've got 2 Venus. We've got 3 Venus, which you pay 500 life points to specimen 1 Mystical Shine Ball from your deck. You can actually just pay 500 life. 3 of them you can pay 500 life points each at the same turn, and then bring out all of them at once, if that's what you want to do. Then we have 3 the Agent of Mystery Earth, which is the tuner, and when this guy's normal summon, you can add 1 that agent monster from your deck to your hand, except the Agent of Mystery Earth. While the Sanctuary in the Sky is face up on the field, you can add 1 Master Hyperion from your deck to your hand instead, which is good, because you should have a Sanctuary in the Sky on the field. Then you can bring a Master Hyperion. You can either remove from your hand for a free specimen, or you can either remove Mystery, like Earth, from your field if you want to, if you need to. Then we go on to the spells. We got 1 Rejeki, 3 Mystical Space of Moon, and 1 Book of Moon as the staple spells. Then we've got 2 Celestial Transformation. Special 1 Fairy type monster from your hand. That monster's attack is halved and it is destroyed during the end phase. So you use Celestial Transformation just to bring out Agent Mystery Earth for a Synchrism, or you bring out Agent of Entropy, Uranus, and then use its effect, or well, not, you bring out Venus and then use its effect. Whatever you want to do, you can just do. It's just situational, but I wouldn't waste it just to bring out something and then not use it. And you can even use it to bring out cannon fodder to stop them attacking you directly if you really want to. Then we've got 3 Sanctuary in the Sky, which is the main spell card of the deck, I would say, and battle damage to the controller of a fairy type monster from a battle involving that fairy type monster becomes 0. So, with your fairies, if they get attacked or you attack, and they increase their attack points or lower yours or whatnot, you just take no battle damage, which is good. It means if you've got a monster on the field and it gets destroyed, you don't. It means you keep your life points easier. It's a good card. And then obviously you get all the knock-on effects that rely on Sanctuary in the Sky being on the field. Then on to the trap cards, we've got Bottomless, Compulsory, and 3 Call of the Haunted as the staple traps. Then we've got 2 Miraculous Descent. Take 1 of your fairy type monsters that is removed from play and special summon it. When this card is removed from the field, destroy the monster. When the monster is destroyed, destroy this card. Unfortunately, if you Synchro Summon or XYZ Summon with that card, Miraculous Descent will be left on the field. But because Master Hyperion removes, then if you remove like Uranus or something, then you can activate that to bring back Uranus onto your field and use Uranus' effect or whatnot. So it's just really, really good card for bringing back your the agents. Also, if you remove like the other cards with Mass Hyperion's effect, removing a fairy type monster from your graveyard, from your deck, from your graveyard to remove from play. Sorry, mind fart then, brain fart, whatever. You can bring out the other fairy type monsters in this deck. So you can bring out like Nova Summoner, or I'm not sure about. I think Arco Christia could actually do it because it doesn't say this card must be special summoned. Yeah, I think you can actually, if you remove Arco Christia with Master Hyperion's effect, then wait, actually. Okay, so if it's sent from your deck to your graveyard or your hand to the graveyard, then Arco Christia will be in the graveyard. If it's sent from the field, it won't. But if it is in the graveyard and you remove it, then you activate Miraculous Descent, you can bring back Arco Christia. Then going on to the extra deck, we've got Star Eater, Violent Epsilon, Light End Dragon, Avenging Night Parzav, Ancient Sacred Wyvern, Magic Android, and Herald of the Arclight, which is the Synchro monsters. Then going on to XYZ monsters, we've got 1 Violent Disigma, we've got 2 Fairy Cheergirl, Mequipped Engineer, Herald of the Pure Light, and 2 Gachi Gachi. Gantetsu. I thought it was Gatasu before, but it's Gantetsu, unfortunately. And also, yeah. Anyway, that is like not a standard extra deck. It's just some idea of what you want to put in. Your extra deck is entirely up to you, really. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time, guys. Bye.